Shields were introduced in version 1.9 as part of a new combat system. It's been a while now, but I somehow still haven't gotten used to them. It just feels really awkward and not responsive at all. That's why I've recently looked into the code of the game and tried to improve them, even if slightly. I'm Suso, and today we are talking about the shield delay. First of all, let's try and see what we want to change. I'd like the combat to stay as faithful as possible to vanilla, so for now we are going to focus on two main problems. Let's start by the smaller one. Currently, when a player blocks one of your hits, the generic damage sound is played. This has been confirmed to be a bug, and can be distracting while in PvP. I'll leave the link to the bug tracker report for it in the description. Here's how it sounds after the fix. All the changes I've made to the code have been server-side. The problem here was on the attack entity from function, instead of the entity living base class. This function runs when an entity receives damage. At the end of it, a generic hard sound is played, but the only thing the game checks when playing the sound is if the player has resistance ticks. I added another condition that makes sure that the sound isn't played if the player is blocking with a shield. That takes care of the wrong sound. Now I just need to play the correct one when the game checks if the player is defending. Now for the important part. After using the shield, it takes 5 ticks for it to start blocking. The animation is instant though, so it leads to these situations when it looks like you're defending and still get hit. From what I've seen in the code, this seems to be intended, but it is still listed on the bug tracker, so I'll leave the link for it in the description with the other one. So why is there this delay? Each entity has a value that determines how many ticks can it continue to use a certain item for. This is really useful for things like food, but it's also used for shields. Whenever an item is right-clicked, this value starts counting down. This timer, along with the rotation of the player, is checked when determining whether a hit should be blocked. This line right here is responsible for the delay, and it only returns true when the player has been blocking for 5 ticks or more. So, tweaking the number here allows us to change the amount of delay. Let's go ahead and set it to 0. Much better. I'm still not sure if the current behavior is intended, but I'd personally like the developers to change it. For me, it just makes the shield feel laggy and less responsive overall. If you want to try it out for yourself, the download link will be in the description. Here's how to install it. First, you'd want to extract the folder inside of the zip and run the batch file inside it. It will then download the vanilla server from Mojang, deobfuscate it using a special source and inject the files I edited into it. When it's done, you'll have this shield 1.13.2.jar file. Move it elsewhere and use it as you would with the normal server. And that was it for this video. Hope it's useful. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.